October the 16th, 2021, on Sligo Mill Road, we have someone came out and dumped this dresser drawer air conditioning unit, again, right here in front of a sign that says no dumping, $1,000 fine, telling the police and its people of Takoma Park administration they don't care anything about what they're saying. 2 days before that, we had this dump, and the National Park police came out and took a report on this. And today we have this. More trash. An eyesore in a green town. Let's see how long it takes Takoma Park law enforcement to come. We've called them to get a report made on this illegal dumping on Sligo Mill Road. They refuse to do anything about individuals dumping sewage into the street gutter. Let's see if we can get them to do something about them dumping their furniture in a park area. This was just dumped because it wasn't here when I came through this morning. Around about 11:30. It's because the Takoma Park Law Enforcement Department refuses to patrol this area, and they stay out on New Hampshire Avenue. People come and dump whatever they want to back here. We got furniture, we got trash. What's next? A body. All this stuff here is from a landscaping company who came out and dumped their trash into the area. Let's see if we can get some CCN numbers for this illegal dumping in a park area in Takoma Park, Maryland. A green town who they thrive on their greenness. The governor of this state says he's trying to do something to keep the Chesapeake clean, but he didn't do anything about individuals throwing their sewage from these mobile trucks into the sewer. They're still doing it. So we have made numerous reports of dumping back here, and nothing is being done from the town or the National Park Service, and they can easily put up cameras. But when you buck the system and make them request them to start doing their jobs, this is what you get because of their butt hurt, refusing to do their jobs. So let's keep calling them, let's keep videoing them, and putting them on social media of their derelict of duty. We got trash. This is where the deer, the wildlife live in a green town who claim they're green. Only when it suffices them, they're a green town. So let's sit back and watch. how green they really are, or they really care about the green foliage in this town. We have trees that have been knocked down by heavy equipment being parked on Takoma Park's property, but yet and still no tickets are being handed out, no fines. This is what happens when you in cahoots with illegal activity. We may not even get a Takoma Park law enforcement officer down here to make a report, because this is a plague area for some reason. People have gotten to the point where they even take the no parking signs and just throw them in the bushes. Come back here drinking. When they get through drinking, just launch your bottles into the bushes. We got electrical wires all in the trees, hanging from the trees. Trash all in the road. These are wires that are all in these trees. Anywhere else they would have been cut back. And it's amazing to me because an officer should have been here, because there is no crime, real crime in Takoma Park, Maryland. They're probably hanging out at the 7-Eleven, cup of coffee, shooting the bobo of how they're getting paid, picking up their welfare checks. 3 days ago, a gentleman came out here, did his oil, and again, hold his oil right here. So, let's see if they come to this call. There's oil on the ground where they did the oil change. But this is a green town from what the administration says. The only people that's really working in this town are the people from Public Works who comes out here on Monday and try to keep this place clean. But as you see, today is Saturday and we're loaded up again with trash, because there is no patrol of the so-called police department in this little town. These people have wrapped wire from the electrical around the trees. And don't get me wrong, Takoma Park has some good officers. It's just that they're being run by a coward who needs to turn his badge in and let somebody else run the department. But because they have a crooked mayor and some crooked city council members, that's not going to happen until you get the mayor out. As you see, they tore this up, wrapped it around, and it goes up to this electrical wire. And the funny thing is this, as you read this, area being monitored for illegal dumping. Bullshit. People know nobody's monitoring this other than the citizens and the business people who work here. They had cameras back here, and because the corrupt mayor and members of the city council are in cahoots, there's a Takoma Park vehicle now coming down the Mid-Atlantic parking lot cruising. You can see someone got out and pissed in the dirt. Look at him. Car 309. How you doing, man? This was just dumped here. Probably I got over here probably 11 o'clock, 11:30, and they just dumped this. The black stuff over there, Park Police came probably 2 days ago because that's in their area. They say anything past the tree line is your area. And what I would like is a CCN number that we filed this complaint here. And this is an ongoing thing. And, yeah, what's your name and badge number?
Sanchez.
Bladensburg, Maryland. How you doing, brother? I'm over here now. You decided to come over to a corrupt, a real corrupt precinct, man. Yeah, this is a bad precinct. Y'all got a bad leader.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, a car coming out. Yeah, there's a bad leader. You got a clown on there over here. This is an officer from Bladensburg. He's a good officer. I can vouch he's a very good officer in Bladensburg. Does his job. But he's in the wrong precinct now. You're in the wrong department now. And don't let them corrupt you, man. Do not let them corrupt you. Because they don't want to do no work. You know, they butthurt because somebody's videotaping them now. And it's only going to get worse because I'm finna crank up on them. But we got a problem back here. And let me show you over here, Mr. Sanchez. I've been talking to the park police, and they've instructed me that this is Takoma Park, this is theirs. But in the past, you see how people come over here and they just dump. This is a dumping area. And recently, we tried to contact the mayor of Takoma Park to do something about it. They had cameras here. They took the cameras. Takoma Park.
Was it Park Police that had cameras here?
No, Takoma Park. But Park Police said that they're gonna, a couple of the officers gonna talk to the lieutenant, and the lieutenant is put more signs and cameras back here, because it's an ongoing thing. Every week, this is what we get, and it's sometimes worse than this.
Right. Yeah, it seems like a hangout, like a drinking hangout spot.
So they said they were going to try to put no parking signs here. There was somebody that came, and I'm recording, so I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, that's okay.
Came from Takoma Park and measured this off to put a fence. I don't know, just wasting taxpayer. You're not going to stop it with a fence.
Right.
So the park people said they probably will put one of those mobile cameras up here to try to catch tags and stuff. This was,
And that moped, that's
me. That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just all these.
This here, yeah. We used to have containers, shipping containers parked here, construction equipment. This is a park. and well, you know, people come back here and they relax.
Yeah.
But this, we had a whole apartment right here, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, where somebody just came and dumped it because it's on a dead end street, and they feel that nobody's going to do anything about it.
Right.
As you see, no dumping, 1,000 fine, and they threw it right there in front of the sign.
That's bold.
Yeah. And this is what I tell code enforcement, and I related to the mayor's. I don't know if she's getting it or not. I really don't. And
I can send an email if you want. I can to my superiors.
yeah, I appreciate it. I mean,
And I
you
can
know.
give you, you said you wanted a case number for
Yes,
it?
sir. If I can get a case call number that I called this in, because what I'm doing is,
You want
I'm for it.
like an actual report?
yeah, if you're gonna do a report on it, because I send it to the governor,
Okay.
because if she's not gonna do it, what you have a corrupt mayor, and I'll tell you right now, and I'll tell her to her face, she's corrupt, your chief's corrupt, and members of the city council
Why do you
corrupt.
say that, man?
Because you will see. How long you been on up here?
I've been
You
about
have-
a year and a half.
You been in your hand?
Yeah.
You ain't been up here that
the
long.
The thing is that they
You been up there by that Laney Park?
They assigned me to, further up a little
Okay,
bit.
well, they'll be seeing me up there soon.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
the people are complaining that the officers are just sitting down up there doing nothing. So,
Well, it's. I personally feel that,
well, I know you ain't, because I know you're a working officer.
well, I don't, due to the COVID,
Yeah, but
situation,
it's breaking the law,
The governor, not,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah, I know.
come from,
the officers
it's more like the government said, hey, you gotta,
back off of locking the
back
people
off
up.
a bit, and, due to the current COVID.
But this is what occurs when you back off from enforcing laws.
Well, we're not backing off. Well, we're not backing off from enforcing the law. We're not backing off of that. We're just, minimizing interaction with unnecessary interactions due to the pandemic. And I don't want to give you the virus, or you don't want to give me the virus. That's how I've looked at it. Not that I'm trying to defend anybody. I'm impartial.
Well, so am I, and most people don't understand it. So am I. I mean, I come back here. If you breaking the law, I'm gonna videotape you.
Yeah.
And if you're a police officer, I'm gonna videotape. But the problem is, this is what happens when nobody wants to enforce the law. There's another Takoma Park
Let me ask
officer.
you a question. Like, do you have any leads? Because I'll be more than happy to enforce it.
No,
it's illegal.
Believe me, if you go to my webpage, you'll see I catch people back here dumping and ask them what they're doing. We got some people over here that's got food trucks. They're dumping their sewage into the street.
Oh, yeah.
They're on our video, but
reading
nobody has enforced anything, and they're still doing it.
Well, I do remember going there to translate with the code enforcement, Takoma Park agent.
Yeah, but as soon as you guys leave,
They'll do it again.
they're doing it again. So the problem is,
Do you have any recordings of that
it's,
after?
yeah, I got a whole lot of recordings, but
Like after that incident where we responded and we advised
Yeah.
you got recordings after that?
if you've been watching my page where you guys got caught in the parking lot, they've done it after that, and they're continuously doing it. Not even that, they're taking it over to Prince George's County. So now I'm gonna contact the feds and see what they can do, because this is illegal. I don't care how you look at it, it's illegal.
Yeah, this is. I'm with you.
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So if you're gonna force this due to the fact is you got a mayor that wants this kind of activity in her town, and the chief that, I can't even say, I'm not even gonna keep talking about him. He's a terrorist. I'll tell him to his face, he's a terrorist.
Come on, Mike.
I ain't got no cut words telling the person. Just like Stone, the shakedowns he was doing, he's worse. This chief y'all got is worse than Stone, if you ask me.
He's got a great reputation.
Oh,
The chief, that's why he came here.
ask people where he come from, Park Service, if he was a good person. He's not a good person. He's good at hiding stuff. To me, he's useless. He's useless. And he keeps his officers down, which I should have did was kept the black officer chief that's over in Bladensburg, brought him over here and sent this one over there. He would have fit right in. But I'm not gonna do political on it. All I'm saying is this: you guys got signs. This is illegal dumping, and we're trying to keep this clean. We got all kind of activity going on back here.
Mm-hmm.
We asking them to bring the cameras back, put some no parking signs, do something. Park Service said they will do something. Their lieutenant, she said she's going to go up to upper chain of command and do something. And I know it's not the officers that can do it, it's the people upstairs. Your mayor, this is an ongoing thing every week, every Monday. We're calling Public Works to come back and clean this place up. So somebody should say, wait a minute, this is a hot spot. Let's put some unmarked cars or put some cameras or something to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
Nothing. Because of this camera, they've been videotaped, and me and one of their sergeants got into it, and now they feel like they're not going to do anything. You're not hurting me. I'm just showing how you're not doing your job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done anything illegal. I have a right to videotape the officials in doing their job. I don't interfere with nobody. Even when I was over there, I didn't interfere with nobody until they say something to me. And that's what I do. So, and I'm going to keep doing it and showing that there's a problem. This is a hot spot of dumping.
Right. Okay.
And all I'm asking is put some no more parking signs, put some cameras up here to keep the people from going, because everything washes down there to the back of my building back there.
Oh,
you know, that big white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we're going to renovate it, and we're going to have people coming to the back. Just try to get this street open up. And if we got trash, drugs, and all kind of stuff going back here, how are we going to do that?
Yeah.
So we might as well nip it in the bud now.
Yeah. I'll raise your concern to my superiors. And I'll make sure I'll send an email. And look, to be honest with you, Michael, sometimes it could be a very simple misunderstanding. Like, they might not even know about this.
They know. They watching my video just like you. And you know, the same thing with these trees. You see how the wires are growing through the trees?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I call Pepco. Pepco says Takoma Park. Takoma Park says it's Pepco. It's a lot of red tape that shouldn't even be there. If lines are growing through these trees, somebody from the government should say, let's go back and trim them back. The camera, the light. I explained to the tree man that came out here the other day who was talking about the fence from Takoma Park. I'm trying to get Pepco to put brighter lights. Pepco cut a tree down there, put that light down there. They said this is Takoma Park's jurisdiction and they have to do it or call it in. If we have more light back here on this back side, it was a tree man from Takoma Park, and then matter of fact, Montgomery County was here 2 days ago with another tree man who's going to cut back some of these trees. And I told him the same thing. If we can get these trees cut out the line and ask Pepco to come and upgrade these lights and put more light back here and brighten up this street, we wouldn't have this much activity back here, because it's real dark at night back here.
It needs to be more well lit.
Exactly.
What do you suspect? Any sort of time frame as to when these people come out here? And
I came through at 11 o'clock today. This was not here.
Okay.
This was here. The park person said they'd probably get someone to come and pick it up because it's on their grounds. But this over here past that sign is Takoma Park. Right. So it had to be dropped just a couple hours ago. You know, on the weekend, that's when they do the dumping, because every Monday, you guys, your Department of Public Works comes out here and clean up. And they say they ain't getting tired of it.
Right. Yeah, I don't blame them.
You know, sofas, chairs, furniture, you know, tires.
Right. And they still do, supposedly, like I said, I'm very new still here, but I hear that they do mechanical work.
No, it used to be here until we start complaining about it. And they were coming from Advanced Auto and come down here. And that was enough.
They would just dump the tires?
Tires, oil, and that oil runs down to the end down there when it rains.
Yeah.
you know, you got deer, you got, you know, I'm a animal person. You got all this wild stuff that this stuff affects. Someone did an oil change the other day and threw the oil right over there. Park police said they did a report.
That's a
You know,
safety hazard.
yeah. And that's all I'm asking is somebody do, you know, if it was 1 or 2 times, it wouldn't even be a problem. But this is an ongoing thing every weekend. Somebody's dumping something here. And it's not hard to put a camera back here or no parking, no dumping, you know.
I'll tell you what, Michael, I will give you a case report for this.
I appreciate
I'll write a report for it, and I'll also send an email to my superiors, and I'll re-emphasize what you just said in terms of like, hey, you know, that this is an ongoing issue.
Okay.
And
that's all I'm asking.
That you feel that you've reported it in the past and nothing has been done about it, and you know, we'll take it from there.
So this is now your area on the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we'll get things done over here. I'm
Well,
serious.
I don't know about that. You know, it doesn't take one person.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to emphasize to your mayor and your chief. I'm not here to get on nobody. I don't, you know, if I do something wrong, arrest me. I'll go handle it in court. But if I'm doing something right, don't bother me. You know, and if you're doing something wrong, I'm gonna record you. But if you're doing something right, and you're a hell of an officer, you was a hell of one over there in Bladensburg.
Nah, I appreciate
and, you know, and I hope that still filters over here into some of these. You got some good officers on Takoma Park.
Yeah.
But you got some terrible officers in Takoma Park. They let that badge and that patch go to their head like they above the citizen. They're not. Only when we commit a crime do they take control of us. Other than that, they work for us.
Yeah.
They work for us.
You know, we're here to serve. I mean,
that's
what
it.
I signed up for. You know.
You know, what I'm saying, you're different, and I'm glad you're here. And I what's the Chinese guy?
Oh, Chris.
Chris, he's over here. I'm glad to see some of the officers over there, the good officers coming over here. I don't know what happened over there, but I'm glad to see him over here.
Nothing happened.
Well, no, I'm glad to see you over here. I'm pretty sure the sergeant that was over here who assaulted me is probably over there in Coma Manor or whatever. They tell me Stone went to Coma Manor. I just haven't had a chance to get him on
Have
phone.
you talked to Stone lately?
No, Stone don't want to talk to me because I know what Stone is. I remember Stone back in the day when he was shaking down the drug dealers over there in Bladensburg. Him and his partner who died.
Come on, Michael.
Ain't no come on nothing. A lot of people know about Stone. You know, but it is what it is.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you that case number.
All right.
I'll give you my business card. That way you got everything that you need. And then I'll send an email right away.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Thanks, sir. One hell of an officer right there. And I'm not just saying that because of him. I've dealt with him in Bladensburg, Maryland. And he was a hell of an officer there. And he's still one. If you do wrong, he will arrest you. If you don't, he'll work with you and do what needs to be done. I'm signing off on this one. It's raining, and it's time to get out this rain.